What's the best indicator for crypto trading? You've probably tested dozens of indicators already, and RSI is usually the first one everyone tries. The classic advice is simple: buy when it's oversold, sell when it's overbought. But in reality, you open a short when RSI goes above 70 and the price keeps pumping straight into your stop loss. The same thing happens with other indicators like MACD, Bollinger Bands, moving averages and others. The problem is that all these indicators are lagging. They are all built from past price data and they can generate many false signals. Watch this video until the end to learn about the best indicator for crypto trading that uses real-time derivatives data and can signal a potential upcoming pump. I've been using this indicator for more than 2 years and it helps me make a lot of money in the crypto market. The indicator is called Aggregated Open Interest. In simple terms, it shows how many futures contracts are currently open across major exchanges for a coin. You can find it on TradingView. Simply go to the Indicators tab, type Open Interest and select this one. Go to Settings and make sure that it is quoted in USD, not in coin. For your convenience, you can highlight large increases and decreases in open interest. I personally use the open interest indicator on Coinglass, as it's more accurate there and gathers signals not only from Binance but also from Bybit and other crypto exchanges. Simply go to Coinglass, choose a coin, click here and choose this indicator. Go to Settings and set the measurement to dollars. Now the most important part. Look for open interest above 10%. The sweet spot is anything over 30%. That's where the real moves usually happen. I also use two more indicators to filter out weak signals: volume and funding rates. You can add them on Coinglass, just type volume and funding rates. Watch for sudden, unusually large volume spikes. More volume, more momentum, a higher chance of a big pump. The funding rates indicator shows where most traders expect the market to move. If the funding rate is negative red, it means the majority is short, and this often signals the beginning of surprise pump in the opposite direction. Let's summarize everything and highlight the 3 rules for your long trade so you can catch a big pump. First, open interest should increase by more than 10%, ideally over 30%. Second, the volume spike should be larger than previous spikes. Third, the funding rate should be negative. With this combination of rules, the price increased by 150% in just a few hours. If one of these rules is missing, you should skip the trade. I'm going to show you a trade where these 3 rules worked perfectly and it helped me make $736 in just 18 minutes. Yes! Nice! Woo! I traded futures on wet coin. Open interest increased by 99% and the volume spikes were higher than the previous ones. The funding rate was -2%. All 3 rules were met. On the 5-minute time frame there was a bullish structure with high highs and higher lows forming. I opened a long position here and closed it for nearly a 50% profit using 10x leverage. I'll show you 3 more examples to demonstrate that combining these indicators can be very effective and profitable. First, Bob coin. Open interest increased by 112%. There was huge volume and the funding rate was negative. On the 5-minute time frame, there was a bullish structure. As a result, the price increased by 60% with 10x leverage, that's 600%. By the way, I made a 98% return on this coin. Second, Hypercoin. This one is insane. Open interest increased by 123%. The volume spike was larger than the previous ones and the funding rate was negative. Then boom! There was a God candle and a 103% increase, which is really crazy. Third, Coin. In this case, open interest increased by only 15%, but both volume indicators showed the high spike and the funding rate was negative. And as always, on the 5-minute time frame there was a bullish structure, new higher highs and new higher lows. If you opened a long position here, you could have earned 2000% with 10x leverage. 3 important things you should keep in mind when using this method. First, pay attention to the open interest indicator. If the increase is below 10%, the move may be weak and volatility may be low, so it's better to skip those signals. Once you see a huge increase in open interest, prioritize long trades. Trade with the trend and your chances of a profitable trade will be higher. If any of the indicators don't meet the criteria, don't touch the coin. I highly recommend that you watch this video several times before using this method. This approach goes beyond outdated indicators like RSI, MACD, Bollinger Bands, etc. The open interest indicator is a powerful tool used by professional traders and funds. Subscribe if you liked the video and watch my other useful videos about strategies and trading tips.